What up, YouTube? How to make this video again because this is like shit last time. So this is why not to buy a Pontiac G6. Alright, so when I was rotating my tires, they noticed that one of my rims was cracked, so they wouldn't put new tread on my tires. So I got a cracked rim. That could be my fault. The paint's peeling. You look really close. The hood is all messed up. It's all peeling. If you look right here, the window tint is peeling. That's because I haven't had heat in this car since I got it. What ended up happening was the flaps that open and close the heat vents, they weren't fucking opening, so I've had no heat. During the winter time, I've had to scrape my window and shit to actually see, and I had barely little heat then, so I ripped apart all in here. I can literally touch my heater core because it was that fucking hot. I flushed out everything. I changed the thermostat. No heat. The clips fell through the dash and hit me in the damn foot. Don't know how the fuck that happened, but it did. Another thing, sometimes this car doesn't like to start. Could be the spark plugs, could just be the starter. It's been like that since I bought it. Listen to this damn steering wheel. At 153,000 clicks for an 06, this thing feels like it's gonna die. Visors are all busted. They haven't worked since I got the car. The mirror won't stay on. There's no way the base destroyed that. I've even put 3M shit and it just won't stay on. Needs a tranny flush. It needs I use synthetic oil. Like little things, yeah, that could be done from me. It leaks in through the window here. Apparently a couple of G6s and Chevys are like that. I just got a recall for the cruise control. You had to press the brake a lot harder for the cruise to stop working, or else it can cause an accident. That's terrible. Installing an aftermarket head unit in this car is a nightmare. I've had to run, I think 8 gauge because I couldn't use anything else unless I run underneath the car. You have to drill a fire wall because it doesn't come with one big enough to even house the 8 gauge. The trunk is so tiny, so if you plan on putting subs in here, make sure your box is custom because it ain't gonna fit. It is extremely low trunk line, the roof, sorry. It's got a coolant leak. The AC line, I think it's got a leak. I've had to pump it up twice in a year since I've owned it. These buttons don't work when you install an aftermarket deck. You have to buy a separate wiring harness, which is like Bluetooth connectivity. It's just a pain in the ass, but you lose your volume buttons. I had to pay 180 bucks for the wiring harness to get that thing to work. And you hear that? Makes like a little staticky sound, don't know why. Hope it's not the grounds. What else? So $185 wiring harness to get your deck in here, and then you lose your temperature gauge, you lose your trip meters, you lose your gas, all your info for your vehicle. On the newer models, it's actually right here, which it should be on a vehicle, not here. Stupid idea from Pontiac, if you ask me. Some of the lights on the doors don't light up, but that could just be me from when I change the speakers over. They come and go as they please. These stopped lighting up red, but I managed to fix that. Absolutely no heat in this car. It was a huge GM recall, no idea why, but that really pissed me off. So the hood's peeling, the thing won't stay on. I've actually had to fix the sunroof too. It wasn't lining up properly, so I managed to fix that, thank God. Power steering pump, that was the other recall as well. When I'm idling, like you gotta get your RPMs up, right, to get the pump going. So when I'm idling or something, or just in my driveway trying to turn out, it was hard as hell, just like last week to do that. So don't know why that's happening already. The car's not that old. So yeah, I see the tint's peeling because the cold has, the snow got in here and it gripped the tint and it just totally, I had to peel it off. And tint's not cheap, man. Like I did the whole car for like 350 bucks or 300 bucks. But I use synthetic oil. I try to do what I can while I own it, but It's time to let it go. Let it go. So yeah, cracked rim, shifts pretty hard, pump's fucked, it's got a coolant leak, tranny needs to be looked at. The engine is pretty strong, pulls pretty hard still. I put a cold air intake on it, so that was kind of nice. The heat don't work, AC works reasonably okay. It's definitely a cruiser, but city driving just kills this thing. So it's a big, powerful car somewhat. Would I buy it? Again, no. Good design and layout, but GM really put some shit parts in here, and that's probably why they got rid of it. And Saturn is just another nightmare, apparently. So sucks because after so many years, they don't make parts for it. I think they were supposed to keep the parts for about 8 years after they stopped making it. So they probably made this and some parts in the Chevy Cruze and that. But once they're gone, man. And then your car is just basically on the fine line. So use it up before it's too late, and stay away from these Pontiacs because they are just nothing but shit. And yeah, I will see you guys later. I'm getting the hell out of here. This car